So, hi everyone. I'm Nina Collins, and I'm here at home in quarantine. And we thought we would do a video, just kind of a recap of how the app works. And because we have a lot of new features, and I think since we launched in November, we've added endless numbers of new features. Hopefully, I can remember them all. So I'm going to just kind of walk through it, and I'll try and do it efficiently so it's not too boring. And you're encouraged to ask questions. If you're watching this live, please type in questions. Sydney is, while you can't see Sydney, she's on the call and she can read them to me. So, okay, so the first thing is, well, one thing here, you're not going to be able to see my phone that well, but I'll do the best I can. I am using it on my iPhone, so I'm not an Android user. Every feature that I describe is available on Android and also available on desktop. And we encourage you to really check out both because desktop is a pretty different experience. I use it for different things. I often check it at least once a day on desktop just to read everything because you can kind of see everything that's going on in a different way than from your app where you're scrolling through. I also put the icon, the Woolfer icon, I don't know if you can quite see that, on the bottom of my phone where I used to have my Facebook icon, because it helps form the habit to use it more often. I go now obviously to the Woolfer much more than I go to Facebook, and that's where I locate it. So click on the app, and the first thing I want to show everyone is when you go to the home page, the big purple bar is community. And if you click on that bar, you'll go straight to the community where we're all chatting. But there's also a ton of other stuff on the homepage that we would love you to check in with frequently because there's a lot going on. For example, under website content is where all these live videos are. And where videos it's one of two places where you can find our videos. And now that we've figured out how to do them, we're going to start doing them more. In website content is also everything else. So you can scroll along you're not going to be able to see this, but along the top of website content, you'll see it says articles, challenges, podcast, quizzes, polls, shop events, and videos. So there's a way you can scroll along the top of the screen in website and go to all sorts of stuff. Like, I don't know, have you ever checked out our polls, which are kind of funny? This was one we did on Woolfer pain points, and because we were trying to understand what people are mostly struggling with. 43% of the people who answered said reinventing my career. 23% said struggling with a health issue. We did a poll on, like, early on, we did a poll on how difficult was it for you to become a member, because we were trying to, I know you can't see that, but hopefully you're scrolling along. We were trying to understand, people using the app. There's a poll on how old are you, so we can understand our users and the demographic. So the polls are just kind of fun. You earn points from them. We also have quizzes. Anyway, there's lots to check out there. So I really encourage you. Oh, also on the home page, there's this refer a friend link, which we highly encourage everyone to use because obviously we need to grow our subscription base in order to survive. And it's really easy. You click on refer a friend and you can email it, tweet it, post it on Facebook, message it. And the person gets a code from you, you get points. They join, we're super psyched. That's an awesome thing.
And right now, because we know everybody is stressed out and stuck inside and lots of money. Oh, that was my computer this time. You can get a whole month for free to check out the community and have some online space because we all need some right now. So
Yeah.
there's a good free trial offer that's a little bit more robust than our normal one up if you want to send your friends over.
Yeah. So yeah, there's website content, refer a friend. There's the post anonymous link, which takes you to the Google Doc that really is truly anonymous. I check that link.
Ooh, Vicky Simon wants to know if the results of the age poll are public. They are. Everybody's answers are anonymous, but you can see the results if you head over to polls.
Yeah, of course. And we can also see on the back end how many people have responded. We would love lots of people to do it. I mean, the thing is, in a perfect world, we would love people to always be checking in on the homepage and kind of being updated with everything that's going on and not just the community. And we work hard to try and keep it interesting. And we're, hopefully getting better and better at it every day and figuring out, what you guys want to read about and see. So post anonymously. I check that link 2 or 3 times a week, and then I post the anonymous posts. They are truly, truly anonymous. I have no idea who they're from, and I have no way. There's probably some like advanced hacker way of finding out who people are, but I'm not that talented or really interested. So we post them anonymously. There's a business directory, which is free and included with membership, and it's really awesome. Sydney, how many people use the business directory right now? Like, how many listings do we have?
I think we've got about 200 listings, although I'd have to
Yeah.
check that number
Right.
recently. Yeah.
So you can see in theory that we think the business directory is a great idea. Right now we have 5,000 VIP members of the community. If we had 20,000 or 30,000, and if the majority of them were using the business directory to list their businesses, we could really be like a super, empowered group of women supporting other women's businesses. So it's a perk of the app that we think has real long-term potential. There's a link for the
And
podcast.
even if you're not VIP, you need to be VIP to list, but you can scroll through and look for cool female-owned businesses, whether or not you're a VIP member of the app. That's
Good
public.
point.
Yeah.
So you can just be a user of the community, right? Because remember, anyone can see all of this content. You have to be a VIP member to be in the community and to talk and to comment on any of our content, but anyone can see this other stuff. Although that reminds me, Sydney, weren't we struggling with locking the anonymous? I mean, can we get posts from non-members on anonymous? I guess we can.
No, that's locked. I'm relatively certain. I know that we had some issues going back and forth on that, but
I
I
think
think they're all, yeah.
Okay. You can click on here and you can click on podcast and go check out our podcast. You can click on events. You can click on the store, which is minimal, but we do have things that we sell. You can click to sign up for the newsletter if you don't get it. You can click on help, which takes you to the user guide and essentially what I'm doing here. And then, of course, you can click on contact us, which just emails to our info account. Okay, so that's the home page. Here at the bottom on the app, it's home, website, community, activity, and profile. I'm going to take us next to profile, which is really the first step for everyone. Presumably anyone listening here already has a profile. I'll go through it really quickly. You can't really see my profile here. In profile, you can edit your profile. You can answer a bunch of questions. There's a feature where you can send gifts to people. So, well, actually, here it says my gifts, which shows who sent me one. If you go to someone else's profile, you can hit send, buy a gift, send a gift. The two best things about your profile page, one is that you can scroll down and see all of your posts. So sometimes, because I post a lot, sometimes I use this as a way to check what's going on in the app. I'll just go to my profile and I'll scroll down on my posts and visit them and see what the interactions are. And then the other most important thing about your profile page is in the upper right-hand corner, this gear icon is the settings icon. So this is super important when you first, I'm sorry, this part isn't working as well. You can't see it. But when you first become a member, you really want to go into settings and check it out. It has your credit card saved history. If you have a credit card payment, it has your purchase history. It has your push notifications. I have all of mine set to on, so you can decide whether to receive direct messages, when you're going to get notifications, direct messages, when people like or follow or send you a gift, when there are new posts from people you follow, when there are new comments in your discussions, and when there's new content. So, for example, Sydney sends out push notifications if we're promoting a new book giveaway, or if Tulani is going live to interview someone, or I'm going live, or big things that are happening in the app. So if you
Lives are actually a big one. If you've been missing the lives while they're live and you want to see them while they're live, turn on your in-app notifications. That's the best way to make sure you get them. Every single one of those gets pinged out.
Yeah, I think some people may be annoyed, and I feel bad about it. We have it set up so that everyone follows me. And because I post so much, that means you'll get a notification every time I say something, which is irritating. There are two solutions to that. You can unfollow me, which will not offend me in the least. Or you could what's the word? Unmark, you could take out
Toggle off.
toggle off on new posts from who I follow. Although I love that feature. I also follow a ton of people because I want notifications when people post. Then the other really big thing down here is manage groups. This is probably the biggest, most important feature in settings. So scroll down to the bottom of settings, you go to manage groups. I, of course, follow all the groups, but you don't have to. You'll see at the top of filter by groups, there's available groups and there's joined groups. So you go into joined groups, you see everything that you're joined to. We have everyone auto join all the subject groups when they start, um, because we want you to see kind of everything that's going on, but we don't auto join regional groups, obviously, because we wouldn't want to join someone who lives in San Francisco to whatever, the Midwest or Africa. So you need to go in here and kind of customize it the way you want. Do you want to follow beauty and fashion? Do you want to follow grief? Do you want to follow New York? You go into available groups to join or unjoin, and then you can see your joined groups. So that's super important, and everyone should do that. And Sydney, please feel free to interrupt me if you feel like I'm forgetting a point.
Good.
So back to profile for a second. Another feature in profile is you can see who you're following and who's following you. See, I'm following 5524 people, and I am being followed by 11,060 people, and I have a whopping 127,000 coins available. The coins are not, they don't do much for you. They do some for you. We do these book giveaways. I think we're actually announcing another one on Monday for Carrie Davidson's book. You can sign up for a book giveaway, and those are coins. You can send people gifts, and those are coins. Maybe at some point, we've done some small reward things, like, maybe at some point we'll offer, like, I don't know, you can spend 2,000 coins and get a free mascara, things like that. That's the idea behind the coins, is that we'll offer things. You can sign up for tickets. You can use your coins to get discounts on tickets to events, stuff like that. So then I'm going to go into community, which is on the iPhone, the middle icon at the bottom. You click on community here. Remember, you can also access it by clicking on your home page and the purple bar. So there are two ways to get into community. And here you have all of community. So I'm going to go over a couple of things. To post, you click on the plus icon in the upper right, and it says, your name, and it says what's on your mind. You type in your post. There are a couple things you can do here. If you click on the arrow, you can take a photo or post a photo or a video from your library. Another thing you can do is if you want to post a link, so say there's an article you read in the New York Times that you really love. You read the article in the New York Times, you go to their icon in the upper right where you copy the link. You come in here and you click paste. I don't know what I don't know if I have one. No, I don't have something right now that I want to paste. Let's see. Do you want me to show you? Should I bother showing them, Sydney? Is this interesting?
How the links work? I
Yeah.
mean, you can paste the link if you want. I think everyone's smart. They know.
I think everyone's pretty smart and they
I
know.
think the thing to know about ours is that on Facebook, if you guys are regular Facebook users, when you post a link, you'll automatically see the photo header pop up before you hit post. On ours, that photo header will pop up, but you do need to leave the entire URL there and you'll see it after posting. I think that's a good distinction to know.
That's a good point. But so here's an example. Well, you can't really see. I'm going into the Times. I'm clicking on copy. I'm going back to the app. Oh, I just saw my watch now. Okay. And so, yeah, you just click down with your thumb and you hit paste, and then you get the article. One thing I have discovered is if you paste something, you have to paste it at the end. You can't go in and start writing your, oh no, you can. Sorry, I'm explaining this wrong. There's something that happens.
You can post it at the top, but it will look awkward. And so it will look cuter if you post it at the bottom.
Cuter if you write your text, you write whatever you want to say. This article interested me because of X, or ha ha ha, this is funny, or this is stupid. And then you hit paste, and then you just hit post. So you can link articles, you can add photos, you can add videos. The videos are limited. I think there's a 60-second max on videos. If you have a longer video that you want to add to the community for some reason, you can send it to me or Sydney, and Sydney can turn it into something, to a card.
Well, or if you want to add it rather than necessarily posting everything on the website, if you have a video you really want to share and it's like a personal thing, upload it on your own YouTube and then just post that link, because links will work forever. If you have something that you think makes really good Woolfer content, send that to us and we might make it like a website card. But if you've got like your dog catching a ball and you really want everyone to see, put that on YouTube.
Good point. Which reminds me, we now have a YouTube channel, which I have yet to check out, but I'm super excited because we're doing all this content. Okay, so that is how you post. Then interesting things about this page on community. So you see, you can like something, and now we have a variety of emoticons. In the beginning, it was only like. Now you can like, love, laugh, I never totally know what that face with the stars means. Stars for eyes. Is that like wow? Sydney,
Yeah,
is
it's
that
like,
wow?
whoa. Like it's like over
Whoa.
the eyes. Like I'm so
Um,
impressed. That's what I
sad,
think, really.
angry. So
It
you will
means what it means to you.
it means what it means to you. Good answer. I like that. You can obviously comment by clicking on the comment button. And
Wait,
also,
Margie says, really? Exclamation point. You have to give us more context, Margie. Really what?
oh yeah, no, I know what she means. Like, really? Like, wow.
Oh, she's answering the question. I thought you were asking. I'm sorry. I'm done.
Yeah, I think that's what she's saying. Also, you know, when you can comment, there's a little camera sign to the left of the comment. So you can, again, add a photo, take photo, photo library to your comment. You can, the arrow sign there means you can mail the post, the link in the post, or you can copy the link.
Oh,
Just
for the YouTube channel, she was talking about that. Vicky Simon is saying that the icons don't show up on your phone. If that's the case, I would say probably you're not on the most updated version of the app. And what you're going to want to do is go to your app store and make sure to update if necessary.
You mean her emotional icons don't show up? That's terrible. We've had this for like 2 months. Huh.
And for the
Um,
YouTube channel, yes, we have actually always had a YouTube channel. Although right now, all the YouTube videos that are on our channel are also available in the video feed of our app. So you can just navigate to videos and check them out there.
Sydney would prefer you go to. Vicky, if you really can't see your emoticon responses, that's tragic. And if you can't figure out, please email us, info@the.woolfer. Sherry tends to answer most of those emails, really all of them, and she's super good with the tech stuff, and we'll get
Sure.
it figured out. After the arrow icon, there's a really cool new button that looks like a ribbon, and it's the following feature. So if you want to save a thread, you just click on that little following button and it will be saved. And I'll show you how to find it later. But so say there's a good thread on mascara or on a trip to Paris or, you know, I don't know, breast implants, whatever it is that you're interested in, you can save it. Actually, I'll show you now how to find it. So then you go to activity. So along the bottom next to community is your activity bar. Go to activity, and at the top of activity, you'll see there's notifications, there's my discussions, there's favorites, there's direct messages. If you go to favorites, inside favorites, there are two categories. There's website and there's community. So you can favorite things in both places. You're most likely going to favorite, well, who knows? Some people may favorite lots of things on website. I think so far, the way people are using it is they're usually saving threads in the community. Sometimes people will write to us and say, I saved it, but it's not saved. It's because they're looking in the website portion of favorites. You have to go to the community portion, and then you can't really see here. I only have 2 threads saved right now. But that's where they are. And then you can remove them. There's a dot, 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 and you can just remove favorite. So that the favorite thing is super helpful. And we only got it about a month ago. And I'm not sure how many people know about it, but it's awesome. So I'm going back into community to make sure I've thought of everything here. So other things in community, you can just be in general community. Again, if you look at the top of the screen, or you can go to following, which will be all the posts from people you follow. You can go to popular, which are posts that we've pinned to popular. Are they all things that we've pinned, or are they're also things that are just popular?
That's actually, yeah, they're mostly things that are just popular. They're things that other people are liking. Every now and then I will pin something to popular because I want to make sure that you guys see it.
So we keep things like current TV shows, that's in popular because we just keep adding on to that thread that has like 500 comments. Favorite new product or discovery is a thread that we want to be ongoing so people can add to it. And every once in a while, we'll do a feature in the newsletter on people's new favorite things. Our dry January thread is up in there. We should probably get rid of that, Sydney. Although I don't, maybe we should archive it. I don't know. We should talk about that. So anyway, lots of popular things are in there. And then you can go to the near me feature where, let's see. This is weird. Near me should work and it's not working right now. Sydney, we should write to development because I know that was fixed, but I just went into near me and I tried distance from 500 miles, distance from 50 miles, and I'm getting nothing.
Weird. I'll give it a try right now.
So that's weird. But anyway, near me does usually work.
You're right.
there's something wrong. So we'll figure it out. Um, Not the most exciting feature anyway, but it could be useful for some things. Oh, one more thought back in community. You'll see at the top, the top few posts in community sometimes say trending and they have a little like lightning bolt icon. Sydney can actually better explain what that means, but obviously it means they're posts that a lot of people are commenting on right now.
So actually, you'll see them spread throughout the feed. It's based on a little algorithm that I toggle with. But yeah, they're just posts that you guys have liked. Other than that, our feed runs chronologically. So if you sit and scroll through our feed, you're just going to see stuff listed in the order that it was posted. If you follow all the groups, you literally cannot miss anything. But those trending posts might be out of chronological order, and there's something that everybody is excited about talking about. But you won't miss any of our chronological posts because of those. You just might have to scroll a little longer to get to them. But they're never more like at the top of our feed, they're never more than 2 or 3 posts.
Exactly. I just remembered something really important that I forgot. So one of our new features that's super great is when you're scrolling through, say you see my super fascinating post on poached pears, which is in the food and entertaining category, you can click on that purple food and entertaining bar and go straight to all the recent food and entertaining posts. Generally, this is not one of my favorite categories, but because we're in quarantine, it's become one of my favorite categories. I've been, like a lot of us, I've been trying out lots and lots of recipes. People are posting all sorts of things. Someone made creme brulee the other day. It's actually kind of inspiring and fun during this time of quarantine. So that's a cool way you can be in community and go straight to a subgroup. To get out of it, you'll notice that once you go to food and entertaining, you have to click on the hamburger button on the upper right next to the plus sign, and you have to remove, you'll see it says a list of all these groups, and now food and entertaining is lit up. You click remove filters and you'll go back to regular community. You can also use that hamburger button generally if you click on the hamburger button and you want to go to whatever divorce, you hit apply filters and you'll go to divorce.
Well, the other thing that's cool about that, I want to note while you have the list up, is you could see maybe there's 3, maybe you want to talk about like divorce and sex and exercise today. So you could filter multiple things. I'm not want to, you don't just have to select one.
No, good point. Sorry, you can go caregiving, food and entertaining, help, and you can hit apply filters and you'll just see those. And then again, to get rid of it, you just click on the hamburger button again and you hit remove filters. So there are a lot of ways you can move around among the groups.
I would definitely recommend joining, like erring on the side of being in as many as possible and then filtering, and then you'll miss less.
Yeah, I mean, like some people, like parenting, for example, if you don't have kids and posts irritate you, you just don't have to ever follow it.
Very true.
There are certain ones that I think people find, so it's entirely up, it's entirely up to you. I think there are some people who, for example, may just want to follow book club and San Francisco, and that's just all they're interested in, and that's fine. Or, there are people who could just use it as a New York group. I mean, particularly the more and more members we get, I think it can be very useful in various subgroup ways. It just speaks to our challenge of we need to get more subscribers to make these features more robust, but I think that they're really useful. Okay, let's see, back to, so I've covered home, I've covered website, I've covered community, I've covered, I think, everything in activity. 2 features we are waiting for, and I think they're the last 2 big features we're waiting for. You'll notice that notifications can be really annoying. So if you post something and you get 50 likes, you'll get 50 notices that people have liked it. Right now, we don't have that Facebook aggregation feature where it'll say, Nina and Susie and 32 others liked your post, but we're going to have that by the end of April, which is soon now, in like 2 weeks. There's also a problem on notifications right now where if you have a conversation in a sub-thread, notifications will take you to the thread, but not to the specific comment. And if it's a thread with a lot of comments, it's really irritating because you can't find where someone replied to you. That will be fixed by the end of the month. So those are the 2 remaining big fixes to notifications we're getting. Sydney, is that correct? Am I missing something?
If you are, I'm missing it too. That sounds right to me.
Okay. Also in activity under my discussions, I like the My Discussions feature and activity because you can just go to all the things that you're actively engaged in. You'll notice there are 3 dots to the right, and you can click on that and say leave discussion. So if you don't want to get those posts, you can do that. One other small problem we're having is direct messages. You'll notice that you get a notification if you get a direct message, and you'll also get, if you're, I think, in the app, or maybe if you're not in the app, you'll get a ping that says so and so sent you a direct message, but you don't on your phone. You don't get a lit up envelope icon on your phone, and the reason for that is really boring and technical. It's because when we put that icon on iPhone, it made something else disappear on Android. There like wasn't enough space. We're trying to find a solve for that right now. We really know it's a problem. Like I find I don't check direct messages enough. Like I'm like, oh, I have to check them, and then I'll go in and I'll have 3. We need to fix that. We're working on it. We're fully aware it's an issue. I think that's it. Sydney, am I missing anything else? It really is pretty simple. If you can see, we've only been on for half an hour, and 10 minutes of that we were having tech problems, and
Uh-huh.
I think I've pretty much explained everything. I think the big
Yeah, I think
takeaway.
that's it. Vicky's saying no notification for direct messages. You're right. They're not going to pop up in your notifications. You'll have to go into my discussions. But yeah, I'd say the only thing is if you have any questions, email us at info@thewolfer. We really will respond. Sherry's
Wait, you
fabulous.
don't go into my discussions for direct messages. You go to direct messages.
Sorry. Yes, you scroll past my discussions in the notification feed and
Yeah,
you got my direct
yeah.
message.
But you're right, Vicky. It is really annoying, and it's a problem, and it's a problem we will fix. It's just it kept anyway. It's for various reasons. But
We
Sherry,
promise there were reasons, but we hear you.
there are definitely reasons, but we hear you. And Sherry thinks she may have come up with a solution, so we are working on it. But we feel pretty psyched, I have to say, overall, that we feel like the remaining issues are notification glitches and that direct message issue. And then really, we just need more members. We need more robust conversation. We need more people posting. But we're really quite happy with the app now. And it's been obviously a huge process of adjustment for everyone. And we really thank everyone for their support. And we're psyched that we've started to figure out video content, and we're going to keep working on that. So email us anytime, Nina at the Woolfer, info at the Woolfer, Sydney with an I at the
Just I
Woolfer,
spell it weird. That's
N-Y.
I like a man.
And we love you all.
All
Okay.
right.
Talk to you later. Bye.